Stopping 5 common routines that I thought were helping me actually allowed me to drop 15 stubborn midsection pounds in just 6 weeks, restoring my energy and waistline at 50 without strict diets or endless hours of sweat. For years, women entering midlife are given outdated guidance that treats weight management as a simple balance of eating less and working harder. However, that standard approach fails to address how dropping estrogen alters cellular stress sensitivity, fluid regulation, and insulin response. When you push your body with traditional restrictive tactics, you inadvertently raise internal cortisol signals, which causes your system to hold onto central tissue as a protective reserve. Shifting your approach to support your altered internal chemistry produces results far more efficiently than trying to force your way through. I used to be caught in that frustrating loop, constantly cutting portions, doing intense cardio workouts every morning, and wondering why my midsection kept getting heavier and tighter despite all my discipline. The first mistake I finally stopped making was starting my day with intense cardio on an empty stomach. Most people don't know this, but engaging in high-impact exercises while fasted triggers a dramatic spike in morning cortisol. In an environment with lower estrogen, that elevated stress hormone signals your liver to dump stored glucose, which then prompts insulin release and locks fat inside central abdominal cells. The underlying biological mechanism is straightforward. Keeping morning cortisol flat keeps your system in a state where it can burn stored tissue for fuel rather than holding on to it. I personally switched my morning routine to slow, restorative 20-minute walks in natural sunlight, reserving any light strength work for later in the day after I have eaten. Tying this back to our core through line of keeping internal stress signals low, avoiding morning physical strain prevents the hormonal cascade that leads to central weight accumulation. Now, alongside fixing these daily habits, there was one key addition that helped support my steady progress: a daily herbal liquid drop I started adding to my morning glass of water. I like to call it my daily metabolic elixir. It isn't a substitute for correcting these daily mistakes, but rather a gentle complement that supports quiet digestion and steady baseline metabolism as you adjust your routine. I keep the bottle right on my kitchen counter next to the sink so I never forget it. If you want to take a look for yourself, I left a link right below this video with a special discount. Now, back to our list. The second mistake I eliminated was replacing solid, nutrient-dense meals with raw, icy smoothies for lunch. Most people don't know this, but cold blended drinks pass through your stomach too quickly to engage physical stretch receptors properly, while the cold temperature slows down the release of digestive enzymes needed for proper absorption. The biological science relies on gastric motility and enzyme activity. Warm, whole foods require active chewing and mechanical breakdown, which triggers satiety hormones like peptide YY and keeps blood sugar steady for hours. I swapped out cold liquid lunches for warm plates featuring grilled lean protein, steamed vegetables, and healthy fats like olive oil. Connecting this to our main goal of turning off storage signals, eating warm, solid meals keeps your digestion running efficiently and prevents mid-afternoon sugar cravings. The third mistake I stopped making was cutting out healthy dietary fats in an attempt to lower my daily calories. Most people don't know this, but healthy lipids are essential building blocks for cellular membranes and hormone synthesis, especially during midlife when your body is adjusting to lower estrogen production. The physiological mechanism involves the release of cholecystokinin, a gut hormone activated by healthy fats, that signals your brain that you are fully nourished and safe from fuel shortages. Every single day, I make sure to include sources of clean fats, such as half an avocado, a handful of raw walnuts, or a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, with my main meals. Tying this directly back to keeping your system out of protective storage mode, providing steady dietary fats keeps your appetite calm and your metabolic rate stable. My fourth mistake was drinking large volumes of iced water directly while eating my meals. Most people don't know this, but flooding your stomach with cold fluids during mealtime dilutes the hydrochloric acid needed to break down dense proteins and complex fibers. The underlying mechanism is simple. When gastric acid is diluted, food remains in your stomach longer than necessary, fermenting and generating internal gas that creates abdominal distension and fluid tightness. I now follow a simple rule of stopping liquid intake 15 minutes before meals and waiting 45 minutes after finishing before drinking water again, keeping all my drinks at room temperature. Supporting our central mechanism of reducing internal gut strain, maintaining strong stomach acid ensures smooth digestion and prevents late afternoon midsection swelling. The fifth mistake I stopped making was staying up late watching screens to unwind after a stressful day. Most people don't know this, but artificial blue light exposure after 8 p.m. suppresses melatonin production, which not only disrupts sleep quality but also worsens insulin sensitivity the following day. The biological mechanism shows that disrupted sleep keeps baseline stress hormones elevated overnight, preventing your liver from clearing excess glucose and encouraging visceral fat accumulation while you sleep. I personally established a non-negotiable bedtime routine where I turn off bright overhead lights and electronic devices by 8:30 p.m., switching to warm lamp lighting and reading a book instead. Fixing your nighttime light environment allows your body to enter deep recovery phases where natural repair occurs and stored midsection energy is cleared overnight. When you address these 5 daily mistakes and support your system with my daily metabolic elixir, your body begins to respond naturally. It is not about harsh sacrifices or fighting against your natural biology. It is about providing the right environment so you can feel light, energetic, and completely comfortable in your own skin every single day. Please remember, I am not a healthcare professional, and nothing shared in this video should be taken as professional medical advice. I am simply sharing my personal experience and the scientific research behind what worked for me. Everyone's body is unique, and results vary from person to person. Please talk to a qualified healthcare professional before making any major changes to your diet, routine, or starting any new wellness product. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and leave a comment below, letting me know which of these 5 mistakes you might be making right now. And remember, if you want to try the Daily Metabolic Elixir for yourself, the special discount link is right down in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.